As George Washington's lifelong friend, I, James Craik, Surgeon General of the Continental Army, record this story as one among many attesting to his greatness. Excellency, I did not expect to see you this night.
I'm mulling something over, James. And it needs I take stock.
Well, this way. The men will be very glad to see you.
Gentlemen, how many have we?
All men, rank and file, sir. 10,104.
Of which almost 6,000 are too ill to depend upon.
Add 4 regiments from the Northern Army. Just arrived. Cadwallader brings perhaps another 1,800.
Most beaten down by cold or disease. In short, General, a very thin force.
Thick enough for me. War Council, gentlemen. My quarters within the hour.
Yes, Your Excellency. Yes, indeed.
Dr. Craik, I need to see the men.
Sir.
A war council. But we're settled in winter quarters.
As are the Brits, laddie, and their Hessian hired hands. But better time to tan their hides.
Your family would be proud to see how bravely you bear your burden. And where are you from, lad?
Virginia, sir. On the Pamunkey, hard by the Chamberlain holdings. They say you know that area well, sir.
I do.
It was back in the spring of 1758.
Colonel Washington. Mr. Chamberlain. Colonel Washington. Knew who it was the moment I spotted you. Who else has that stature, I asked. Unexpected pleasure, eh? Ladies will be delighted.
Oh, I'm sorry to disappoint them, but I carry dispatches to the governor, and
No,
I'm afraid...
friend, man must eat, no? And your servant here needs time to tend the horses. Besides, 'tis time for dinner.
Well, you are a most generous soul.
Washington, a 26-year-old British colonial officer fighting in the French and Indian War, was riding to Williamsburg on military business. According to family legend, this is where his love story with Martha began.
I'm delighted to stop by, though I fear I have but an hour to spare.
Oh, meet the guests, eh? Then decide.
Frenchie has no future in the Ohio. He has no taste for settlement. And it's only people, not armies. Look at this. The very man that can tell us all about the frontier. Where on earth did you find him, brother?
Rushing to Williamsburg to offer Governor Dinwiddie all the details, Thomas.
Oh, but you must tell us first, Colonel.
Let the man breathe, Thomas.
Mrs. Chamberlain. Ladies, how very gracious of you to receive me.
The grace is yours, if you can satisfy my husband's curiosity. Mrs. Custis, may I present Colonel George Washington, Our dear friend, Martha Dandridge Custis.
Your servant, madam. I knew of your late husband and thought well of him.
I thank you, sir.
Are you a soldier, sir?
Yes, I am, young man.
Have you killed Indians?
Jackie, take your sister and find Cook. I'm sure your tea's ready. Your heroism has made an irrevocable impression, Colonel.
Mrs. Custis, I would rather not spoil this moment with discussing the rugged scenes of war.
Oh? You would prefer delicate tales of poets and lovers?
I would, madam. You see, I have a heart susceptible to the tenderest passion.
Seven months later, Washington and the widow Custis were married. 16 years after that, the Revolutionary War broke out. By the end of 1776, the situation had grown desperate. His Excellency knew that without a victory, he could not hold the army together, and all would be lost. Time was not on his side. As His Excellency put it, a strike must be struck.
Hello now, gentlemen. Let's proceed.
This treason adds a wilderness of uncertainties.
Our country's full of cursed creatures, called Tories.
And now they know that our men are exhausted and unpaid.
If this fails, the game is pretty near up.
For heaven's sake, keep it yourselves.
Dire necessity will now justify the attempt. Now, by crossing these unguarded points here and here, with every man we have, we should land undetected. If a Hessian patrol should spot one element, they should not be alarmed, expecting multiple crossings for a full invasion. We make our way south in two groups, General Sullivan's force and my own. General Stephen will break away, flank west, and surround them. Timing will be crucial, but with Colonel Knox's artillery on the heights, we can expect a clear passage.
Your Excellency, I'm game enough. But my men...
A long march in deepening snow and a better half without boots. For Sullivan's men, a defeat could be inevitable.
There will be no defeat. This is our land, gentlemen. Our country. Ours. It is that for which we fight. We know every creek and river, every hill and glen of our homes. We have a cause, a reason to offer our lives forfeit if need be. We fight to be free. This is not merely a battle, gentlemen. It is the very meaning of our existence. Now is the time to strike.
All the same, I would not underestimate the redcoats, sir.
He's a soldier by trade, and a fearsome fighter wherever they put him down.
But not invincible. It's victory or death, gentlemen.
I'll vouchsafe that. Never forget Braddock. Never. His Excellency was there. He saw the great fighting redcoat at close range.
Braddock was the British general dispatched to the American colonies to drive the French and their Indian allies from the Ohio Territory. Colonel Washington of the Virginia Colony's militia and a British subject was serving the crown as an aide to Braddock.
Compliments, General Braddock, sir. If I may, sir, might I suggest we take the precaution of allowing the American force to take to the woods and scout the terrain?
and have my army wandering about like women about their shop hopping? Why would I do that, I wonder?
Well, they know this frontier, sir. They can read the forest, see how the birds fly.
The birds, with their wings, I'm told.
Take care! Sir, Colonel Gage reports clear passage ahead.
Thank you, Captain Bannister. I've put out flankers. Colonel Gage's advance guard will tell us if the enemy's about. Look here, I know you mean well, but I'm really long past having advice given to me by a provincial officer. Thank you.
Sir.
Up!
Front! Forward!
As we saw Washington grasp command from the dying Braddock, we knew we were in the presence of a great leader. His bravery was extraordinary. He looked death in the face and never flinched. For many of us, this was the beginning of our new nation, for we had learned the redcoat was not invincible. 20 years later, in a small farmhouse on the Delaware, that same determination and courage were present, inspiring us all.
We have to exert ourselves to look forward with hope that some strange luck may yet turn up in our favor. Now, I have determined to cross the river and make an attack on Trenton.
And from that council of war, His Excellency boldly led us into a battle he was determined to win.
Move quickly, men! Move quickly, men!
May this night be our greatest victory.
The crossing and the 9-mile march to Trenton that followed were even more difficult than His Excellency had imagined. But the enemy troops were caught totally by surprise. We captured 900 prisoners and untold arms and supplies. It was a grand victory. Later, His Excellency thanked divine providence that not one American soldier had died. 7 long years would pass before the peace treaty of 1783. Toward the end, some of Washington's officers suggested the army overthrow the civilian government. Some even suggested crowning him king. But he would have no part of that. When the war was finally over, he went to the United States Congress and resigned his military commission, gave up all his power.
I have now the honor of offering my sincere congratulations to Congress, and of presenting myself before them to surrender into their hands the trust committed to me. I hereby offer my commission and take leave of all the employments of public life.
He put America into the hands of the people, where it belonged. His resignation accepted, he mounted up and rode home to Mount Vernon. Will we ever see his like again? Perhaps, if we remain true to his memory.